everyone and welcome back to our channel. I am here to give you my initial reaction after England have just beaten Argentina 1-0 and have booked themselves into the final 16 of the Women's World Cup 2019. I'm in mixed thoughts about that game, to be honest. I think it was definitely more of a consistent performance throughout the first half to the second half. Like, obviously, when we played against Scotland, it was clear that the standard of the first half was a lot higher than of the second half. And I think Phil Neville has been explaining that they've spent a lot of time on game management and trying to see games out, rather than losing focus, losing concentration, allowing the teams to get back into the game. And they knew that they couldn't give that to Argentina because they have the players. Whether they were on the pitch or not, that wasn't under their control, but they had the players in order to cause England problems in the latter stages, maybe once fatigue had set in. So I think it was an all-round good performance. I think first half, we were able to kind of figure out the way that we wanted to play, and that kind of came from using the width, and I think that's the best outlet that we had. Especially Mead had a lot of the ball in the first half, and I think I was surprised about how Argentina kind of went about this game. Like, they started off against Japan very defensive, and that's how they started because they want as many points as they can possibly get, and if that comes from getting a draw, that's how they're willing to play their game. But the way they set up against Japan was very defensive. They were very compact at the back and kind of played centrally, and I think it showed in that game of football then that England exploited the fact that they didn't spread out wide to the wings. That Argentina wanted to keep it really, really tight and really cagey in the middle of the pitch, so they spread the play by using Bronze and Greenwood, and then also Mead and Paris. They spread the play out wide, which meant that players were able to kind of loop round, get balls into the box, and players such as Jodie Taylor would be able to get on the end of things. They exploited that in the first half, but I just think there was a lack of clinicalness from the attacking players in the final third, which kind of got us behind. I think Fran Kirby had a better game than on the previous game against Scotland. She was kind of pulling the strings a little bit more, threading through passes, kind of maintaining her position as the number 10 and kind of working the game from that perspective. First half, I think clinicalness, as I said, definitely was lacking, and that's something that they needed to kind of improve on to go into the second half. I tweeted about this as well. I thought we needed to take more shots from outside the box and stop trying to play it into the net. I think the keeper had a mistake in it, although she pulled off some worldy saves. She had a blind of a game, but I just kind of thought she looked a little bit shaky, and Sue Smith mentioned that on the commentary as well, and I agreed. But just having the bravery to take a few shots now and again, regardless of whether they are troubling the keeper or not, you want to be getting shots off to gain more confidence. Going into the second half, I'm interested to see what Phil Neville said, because we came out a little bit more brave, and you could see that in the press. And Jill Scott on that counter attack to get us that goal was boss. She absolutely ran the show from midfield. I thought one of our best players. There was the delivery from Mida as well for the Taylor's goal, the only goal of the game, was also incredible. The absolute whip on it was unbelievable, and that's what best means in that side for, to be able to deliver well, and also to break that line and get through and then provide the pass in. And obviously Jodie Taylor scores from that. I kind of wanted to speak about Jade Moore a little bit as well. I thought, to be honest, I've not really seen much of it. Obviously plays for Reading in WSL. I don't pay 100% of attention towards Reading as a team, so she's had glimpses in and out of this side, but I was really, really impressed with her today. I thought her breaking the lines and then being able to deliver a pass through, breaking up play when Argentina are on the counter attack. It's her and Kira Walsh have got it spot on, and it's amazing to be able to have two players that can come in and as a set of fresh legs, as Jade Moore did, and then maybe we'll see Kira Walsh come in against Japan in a few days' time. You never know, but it's amazing to have those two players alongside Jill Scott as well. So if you take one of those players out, you've got another one that can go in and you're not lacking anything, and that's what's amazing about this side. You've got players that can come in and do that. Obviously Stanway coming off, Daly coming on. Daly is herself a versatile player. It's just amazing, and I just wanted to shout out more in particular because I thought she had a blinder of a game, and I really appreciated her performance. Their star player, Benini, I thought was kept very quiet, marked by Lucy Bronze quite profusely in the first half, and no one better than the best right back in the world to be able to defend against her, so I thought that was brilliant. She ended up coming off the last stage of the second half, which kind of proves to you that she wasn't giving anything to their performance, and I think that was down to the England players really setting their sights on keeping her quiet, because known as the Argentinian Messi, woman Messi, whatever, she wasn't able to play a game today, and we were able to stop that, which was, I say we, I wasn't there, I wasn't playing, but I just want to feel part of the team, you know what I mean? But yeah, another word on Alex Greenwood. I think she's gone a bit under the radar, especially Scotland and this game. I think her deliveries are incredible, whether that's a free kick, whether it's a corner, or whether it's just a cross. It's amazing to have her in the side, and I was surprised he didn't go over Stokes. Obviously, she's been a bit injured. Surprised he didn't go with Stokes over Greenwood, but he wanted to get her some minutes if it was going well. But at the same time, the same situation as Walsh and Moore, you've got players that if you do take them out the side, it's not gonna hinder the side because there's such good quality players. It doesn't matter who you're playing. But I just think her deliveries are so good, and it's important to have players like that in the side that are able to do that. And I think the latter stages of that half kind of proved to me that we are able to see out games. We are able to learn this game management, and we are able to get the 3 points and minimise the options. At not one point during that game did I think Argentina were really going to score. And I think that's down to just brilliant defending, and especially, as I said, in the latter stages, like compressing the game, making it less intense, making it feel like you're not in the final stages of the game, even though you are. Like it's hard to explain, but I just think it was an incredible performance, and it's nice now going into a game against Japan and knowing that you've already got your place booked, like no one else has in the side. So it's nice to be able to not have that anxiety going into that last game, thinking it's a must win. But I think there's no way that we can go into the Japan game thinking that we don't need to win it. Every game you want to win. It builds confidence, and it sets you sky high going into the final 16. And who knows who we're going to get. This World Cup's been so unpredictable. Obviously, the Brazil game yesterday with Australia ending the way it did. It's been so exciting to see all these other teams, and I'm so glad that we've been able to get out and get the full 6 points over the last two games. So let's hope we can go out, get another 3 against Japan, have a clean score sheet, and let's see what else we can do. I'm just so impressed with this England side, and I hope that everyone else is enjoying watching the football. I have been glued onto the sofa for the last few days, just solemnly watching football non-stop, and I wouldn't want it any other way. But yeah, let us know how you think England performed, not just against Scotland, but also against Argentina tonight, and let us know how you think it's going to pan out in this World Cup, who you think we're going to get, other teams that have impressed you, other teams that we should be looking out for. But yeah, like this video, set us a comment if you fancy absolutely anything. I'm not arsed. But yeah, like this video, definitely subscribe to our channel. Lauren's done an amazing job while I've not been there. I'm in my humble abode back home. But I'll be back in next week. But definitely make sure you subscribe. Keep watching out for all the content. I hope you enjoyed this video. And hopefully I will see you next week with either the podcast or another match reaction. Who knows? But yeah, thank you.